Hello, and today we'll be dealing with the EIGRP question of the day, and it goes something like this. Refer to the exhibit EIGRP is configured with a default configuration on all routers. Basically nothing special, just the basics. Auto summarization is enabled on routers 2 and 3, which is this guy and this guy. But it is disabled on router 1, which two EIGRP routes will be seen in the routing table of router 3. You have two choices. So basically, we are going to set up these EIGRP network with these networks. So 10.10.10.0/24, 172.16.10.0/24, 192.168.20.0/24. And if we do auto summarization, which is by default, it does that on EIGRP, and we disable it on R1 with the no auto summary command, which among these networks can be seen on router 3 if we do a show IP route. So we're not going to do this via process of elimination or just by looking at it, but we're gonna achieve this by we're gonna look for the answer by simulating this network on GNS3. So I have kind of like pre-configured this one. Well, not really pre-configured because we still have to put or assign the IP addresses on each interface. So basically what I just did is I put in the routers, did the links, put in the labels, and the rest is up to us or what you're about to see. So what I plan to do is, instead of putting another router here to simulate the 10.10.10.0 network, we're going to do a loopback. Alright, and we're gonna do that right now. Well, you will notice that the network here is basically the same, right? So basically what we're just going to do is we're gonna assign the IP address. So let's go to router 1, and we're connecting via Super Putty. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get in, or we're gonna type in configure terminal. So I'm gonna switch over from full command to shortcut commands because I am assuming you guys have an idea already about like how to set up your routers and switches and your PC, how to connect it via console cable, or if you're using GNS3, which is what I'm doing right now. So configure terminal. So that's gonna put you on the global configuration mode, and we're gonna type interface loopback. You can press tab after you type in a couple of letters. Loopback, we're gonna do a loopback 0, and we're gonna assign an IP address on that one. So IP add or IP address. So that's 10.10, I'm sorry, 10.10.10.1 and 255.255.255.0. Alright. Then next is we're going to jump to serial interface serial /0, and we're gonna do like a no shut or no shutdown on that interface, and we're gonna assign the IP address of what was it again? 172.16.10.1. 172.16.10.16.10.1. then you're gonna do a 255.255.255.0. All right, and that's there. To verify the IP addresses on our router, we can do a do show IP interface brief. All right, or we can exit out of this one. Do an exit. Exit again. Show. Let me just adjust my screen here. Show IP interface brief. And you can see I have a loopback here with 10.10.10.1 serial interface 172.16.10.1. And loopback status is up, protocol is up. Why do you think in serial 0/0 status is up but protocol is down? That is because on the other end of this network, it's still not active yet. All right, so we need to go to router 2 and do a configure terminal or conf t, and let's check my GNS3. So that's serial 0/0. So interface 0/0, no shut, and let's assign an IP address. IP address 172.16.10.2, 255.255.255.0. Did I get that right? 16.10.0. Alright, then enter. Then if you do a do show IP interface brief. Alright, you are wondering a place like a do. So if you are trying to call a command that's supposed to be done like in another interface or in another, like let's say on a global config mode or on a sub command, you can do like a do. You can add the do, and you will notice that the 172.10 network is up and protocol is also up. And let's assign the IP address on the other side of the network. Let me see here. So 0/1. So that's interface 0/1. No shut. IP address 192.168.20/1. 255.255.255.0. Cool. Then do show IP interface brief, and yep, there you go. You will notice that 0 is up, but wait for it. See, line protocol on interface 0/1. Referring to this one, change state to down. So if you do that again, you'll notice that this will switch to down because the router will realize that it's not turned on the other side of the router. So let's go to router 3 and do a conf t, and that is 0/0 interface 0/0 IP address 192.168.20.2 255.255.255.0, and do show IP interface brief. So you will see it's yes, and why is it down? I'm curious. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put like a no shut. Come on, Come on. There you go. So let's do show IP interface brief. And there you go. It's administratively up and up. So we can check the connectivity on the other end of this network by pinging 192.168.20.1. Oops, sorry. Let's do. And there you go. All right. So I think we have like full connectivity. So if you go to R1 and we're gonna ping, so ping 172.16.10.2. Alright, so we have connectivity there. Now, so since everything is connected basically, the thing is we can't still see. So if we do like a show IP routes, we can only see from router 1's perspective. From router 1's perspective, we can only see the 172.16.10 network and the 10.10 network. So basically you can only see whatever is connected to it because we haven't placed a routing protocol. It goes the same way with router 3. If we do a show IP route, it would only give us the 192 network, which is the network that is directly connected to router 3. So now let's do the routing protocol. So for this network, it is using EIGRP. So let's go to global config mode. Then let's do IP routes EIGRP. Or sorry, it's router EIGRP question mark. Then you put the autonomous system number. Let's choose 1 for simplicity's sake. And let's put in the network. So network, let's say 10.10.10. Now let's do this 0.0.0. Let's make it class full. Okay. Okay, so that's the 10 network. Then let's do network 172.16.0/0, and let's do no auto wait. Am I following what's being asked? Yeah, so I'm doing it exactly how they want me to do it, or how they want us to do it. No auto summary. Alright, so that's it for router 1. Now let's go to router 2. So let's say router EIGRP1. Then what are the networks that we need to put in here? We need to put this one and this one. So network or net, so 172.16.0/0. The idea here is basically to put them in a classful network. Also 168.20.0, because 192 is a class C. And we're not gonna do a no auto summary, so we're gonna let EIGRP summarize that for us as what is being asked in our problem. Auto summarization is enabled on router 2 and router 3. Alright, so now let's go to router 3, which only has the 192.168.20 network. So let's do router EIGRP1 network 192.168.20.0. Alright. So dual is working, and let's see our routes. So for router 1, so if we do a show IP route, you'll notice that aside from the 10 network, we are already seeing the 192.168.20 network. the D represents EIGRP. Alright, so the 192.168.20 network is being seen from router 1 via EIGRP. And since we did auto summarization, so that's all good. It gave us the 10.10.10.0 network and this one. Alright, so for router 2, what happened? Okay, router 2, let's move that right here. Let's do a do show. Let's go again. Alright, I'm having some, there you go. Let's do a do show IP route. And you will see here that router 2 is already seeing the 10.10 network. So if we ping that, so do ping 10.10.10.1. So you're gonna get some response. And let's see, it also learned about the 172.16 network, okay, via EIGRP. And now let's moment of truth. Let's go to router 3. Router 3, let me just move this out of the way. And which among these networks are we going to see on R3 once we have set this up? Alright, are you ready? Alright, here we go. So we're gonna do a do show IP routes. Alright. What I'm seeing is this one, which is this one, 10.10.0.0, so we choose that. 10.10.10, okay, 10.10.10 network, 16, oh no, sorry, I'm seeing 10.10.10. Oh, I'm seeing this one, and I'm also seeing the 172.16/16 network. All right, and what else are we seeing there? If we move this right here, based from our choices, so this one is this guy right here, and we don't have the 192 in our choices, but we can see the 10.10.10.0 network. And if we do check the answers, well, there you go, it's C and D. Alright, so hope you learned something there, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for your time.